Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today I'm going to be going over 7 habits that make you more attractive that you should all be starting this new year. We're at the beginning of a new year, so now is the perfect time to kick all of your bad habits to the curb and start developing a lot more healthy ones for 2022. So all the habits on today's list are going to make you more attractive on the outside and the inside, which is incredibly important. So let's get started. Number 1, we've got working out, and this is clearly the most obvious one that there is, so I wanted to go ahead and get it out of the way. If you're not working out, moving your body, and being active in some way, you are doing yourself a huge disservice. Not only physically, but mentally as well. And the gym and just working out and moving your body is one of the best things you can do for your brain. And I feel like a lot of people don't know that. So again, not only does this make you more attractive physically on the outside, it also makes you healthier on the inside, which is that 2-in-1 bonus that we all love. If you want to get a chiseled jawline, start working out. If you want to feel happier on a day-to-day basis, start working out. If you want your clothes to fit you better, start working out. I promise this will impact every area of your life in the most positive way. You've got to start working out, guys, if you don't already. Number 2, we've got mindful content consumption. This is one that I think often gets overlooked, but it's one of the most important changes you can make in your life. And it's one of the most important ones I have on this list today, so please, if you pay attention to any of them, pay attention to this one. I know sometimes it's very easy to get sucked into negativity, toxicity, and drama online. I've been there. I know how easy it is to get reeled into those kind of things. But the best thing you can do for yourself is cut that crap out. Be picky about the content you're consuming. Subscribe to quality podcasts and YouTube channels. Get rid of the toxic, negative, drama-filled content that is only perpetuating bad habits and horrible cycles. The content we consume plays a huge role in not only the way that we view ourselves, but also the way we view and interact with everyone around us. So please keep this in mind. It's so important. And sadly, I think there are a lot of people that just feed off this negativity and toxicity and profit off of it. They make money off of having channels like this and, reeling people in with how entertaining it is. And I know it's entertaining, and I know sometimes it's a guilty pleasure, but really try to be mindful about this. Start to be picky about the things you spend your time on and be a little bit intentional about that. I've seen this turn so many men and women into bitter, sad, lonely people, and I don't want that to happen to any of you. Number 3, getting enough sleep. Never underestimate the power of a good night's sleep. Just to give you guys a real life example here, when I was working my corporate job, I would get there at 7:30 a.m. I woke up at like 6:30 every day. I was getting next to no sleep. I would say probably under 5 hours a night. I was always sad, sick, anxious, stressed, you name it, anything bad. That's what was going on for me. Now that I prioritize my sleep, I make sure I get at least 8 a night, and I know my situation has changed a little bit, so I'm able to do that. Even then, I just wasn't prioritizing my sleep at all. I would stay up late, I would wake up very early, and it just wasn't a priority for me. But now that I make it a priority, I'm never sick. I'm not sad, I'm less anxious, less stressed. I mean, it has really improved so many areas of my life that I know were bad because of the fact that I wasn't getting any sleep. And ironically enough, I have not been sick once since I quit my corporate job. So that's interesting. But getting back to business here, it's incredibly important that you're getting enough sleep and prioritizing that in your life. It's crucial for your body to rest and restore itself by getting enough sleep, so don't neglect it. Number 4, we've got eating healthy, another obvious one, but one that a lot of people don't do. Taking care of yourself from the inside out here. Not only does eating healthy help the way that you feel on the inside and function on the inside, it also makes you look better on the outside. It makes you in better shape. It makes your skin look better, your hair look better, your nails look better. I mean, it really affects every single thing about your body. So pay attention to the food that you're consuming. Cut out the fast food garbage. You are poisoning yourself. I know sometimes we want to have a cheat meal, or we're on a road trip and we got to stop at McDonald's, whatever it is. People make excuses and justifications for everything, or it's cheaper, or whatever the heck it is. But really be mindful about this, because too much junk food can really mess you up. To give you another example here, I used to be a McDonald's junkie when I was in college. Luckily, I'm young, the metabolism is great. You don't really have to worry about gaining weight as much or looking bad. But when I stopped eating fast food, I finally woke up one day and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of feeling sad and bloated and just not good about myself. I'm gonna cut out fast food. I did not eat any McDonald's or fast food or anything for 2 years, like nothing, cold turkey. And I lost like 15 pounds. My skin cleared up. I just felt so much better from the inside out. I looked better, I feel better, and even now I barely ever eat fast food. I would say maybe a few times a year tops. I really do my best to avoid it and cook at home, and I just noticed that it makes me feel and look a lot better. So if you're someone who's constantly eating fast food, filling your body with garbage, cut it out, and I promise you it will make a huge difference. And just make this a goal for yourself in 2022 to eat better, to fuel your body and give it what it needs. If you eat unhealthy food all the time and wonder why you look like crap or you feel like crap, bingo, you found your culprit. Number 5, we've got good grooming habits, something I mention a lot on this channel because it's so important. You absolutely do not want to be neglecting your grooming. Small things like trimming your nails, your nose hair, your ear hair, getting your routine haircuts, trimming up your facial hair, all play a huge role in the way that you look, making a good first impression, your overall look going on. They really just help you look a lot more polished and put together. And those small things actually turn into big things when you add them all up. And I know sometimes these are easy to forget because they're such small things, like clipping your nails or trimming your nose hair. You probably don't realize it until you look in the mirror and there's a huge nose hair sticking out, right? But once you incorporate these small things into your weekly or daily routine, or find, kind of a flow that works for you, it makes it a lot easier to just keep doing it and remember to do it. And of course, don't neglect the basics and the obvious ones either, like brushing your teeth, using deodorant, flossing your teeth, taking a shower, things that we should all be doing. Number 6 is what half of my channel is all about, and that is dressing well. Look good, feel good, show up for yourself, and put your best foot forward. If you're not someone who currently does this, 2022 is the perfect time to start. Start to spend a little bit of extra time making sure you're being well dressed. Again, you're putting your best foot forward and showing up for yourself. I know that sometimes it can seem a little bit shallow, but it's important to show up for yourself and be the best version of yourself, especially for things that are important to you, like a first date or a job interview or things like that. Physical attraction and the way you look on the outside plays a huge role for initial attraction. I mean, think about when you meet someone and you don't know anything about them. The only thing you can kind of go off of is the way that they look or the way that they begin to interact with you. And when you first start interacting with someone, the first things you notice are the way that they look. What are they wearing? What does their face look like? Did they brush their teeth today? Does your breath stink when they're talking to you? I mean, little things like that again seem a little bit shallow but are so important for initial attraction. I also think that the look good, feel good thing is incredibly true, and I noticed that for myself when I started working from home and I would just spend all day in my pajamas. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm filming this video right now with a cute top and sweatpants on, so trust me, I get it, I've been there. But I would spend my whole day in my pajamas and I would just feel kind of sluggish and bleh all day, just like sitting at home. But on the days where I put in effort, I put a little bit of makeup on, I put a cute outfit on, I feel like I get more done. And it's that look good, feel good mentality. When you show up for yourself, you're more productive, you get more things done, and you just feel better all around. So keep that in mind if you're someone that's working from home. Do your best to not stay in your pajamas all day. I'm kind of a hypocrite right now again because I'm wearing sweatpants, but at least I got half ready. And again, keep in mind here that dressing well does not need to be expensive or complicated. I think a lot of people try to overcomplicate this and make it way harder than it needs to be. You've heard me say so many times that basics make the best outfits, and it's incredibly true, and you don't need to spend a ton of money to make that happen. The more versatile your wardrobe is, the more bang you're gonna get for your buck, and you'll be good to go. And the last one on my list is planning and being intentional. I want you all to really start being intentional with your time. Be picky about the people, places, and things that get your time, effort, and energy. You'll be more successful, more productive, and just an all-around better version of yourself. Start planning out your weeks and your days to eliminate stress and stop being a procrastinator, stop being late to things and rushing and just really living in survival mode. We want to stop doing that in 2022 and really start to plan and be intentional with our time. One of the most unattractive things, if I'm being totally honest with you here, is someone who is lazy, late, and quite frankly, a mess. So we want to avoid all of those things. Get yourself a planner, make to-do lists, use the little calendar app in your phone. Whatever you've got to do to make your life easier and get yourself organized, I promise the extra effort here will make a huge impact and really change the way that you spend your time. So many people use the excuse of, I don't have time. Well, let me tell you something. Everyone has the same 24 hours in the day, and it's up to you what you choose to do with it. So choose wisely. To give you a vulnerable personal example here, when I worked at my corporate job, I would get there at 7-something a.m. and I would leave at 5, and I would say, oh, I don't have time to work out today, or oh, I don't have time to do this. I had plenty of time. I was just choosing to go home at night and scroll on my phone or go on social media or watch Netflix instead of work out or make YouTube videos or whatever excuses I was making to not do something. It was always, I don't have time or I'm too tired or whatever it is. You will always be able to make up an excuse for something, but you have to get yourself to a place where you don't do that and you take accountability and really harness your time and what you're spending your time on. Because if you start to plan and be intentional, I don't have time doesn't exist. You make time for the things that are important to you. And I think once you get to a point in your life where you're doing that, you will notice a huge difference. All right, guys, that is all I have for 7 easy habits that make you more attractive. I hope you all liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. Again, these are just some things that I think will be great for all of you to start incorporating into your year. It's the beginning of 2022, and again, the perfect time to kick those bad habits to the curb and start developing a lot more healthy habits that are going to make you happier, more fulfilled, and living your best life. So keep that in mind. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as well. It's a great place to interact with my stories. I post a lot of Q&As. That's how you participate in my entry form videos on here. So if you'd like to participate in future videos, be sure to give me a follow over there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.